What's going on, good people? What's going on, bad? It's me, Mr. Glasses.
The left, they seem to only care about personal attacks. Some of the most repulsive vitriol directed at Senator
I
Tim
say
Scott.
holla, you say dollar.
Tim Scott was
Holla.
behind Donald Trump the entire time, learning about his
Okay, cool.
What did you
Let's
think
get these
about
wheels
the
shipped
Tim
to
Scott
Yusuf.
moment
Head to
on
terminal and drop it
the
off.
stage
I
with
told him all about the story behind it and everything. He is psyched. For real, bro.
the great emasculation of the Republican Party.
I know Tim and I are both practicing Christians, but I don't know if he could pray like that to the other side. I mean, it was humiliating to watch what Tim Scott did.
Tim Scott, he's this big man. What is he so afraid of? What are they so afraid of? Is Donald Trump going to punch him in the nose? You know, if he doesn't suck up to him like that? I mean, there's plenty of... John.
Yeah. We've got to talk about Tim Scott today. Mm-hmm. You heard some of it there. She said, what is he so afraid of? Well, I'll turn that question around to you all. Well, not you watching, but the people, the left-wing media that wanted to berate Tim Scott. What are you guys afraid of? Are you afraid of losing your grip on black people? Are you afraid of black people actually walking off the plantation? The mass is no longer in control. Is that what you're afraid of? Is that what scares you? Does it scare you when you hear speeches like this?
We need a president who will close our southern border today. We need Donald Trump. We need a president. We need a president who will unite our country. We need Donald Trump. We need a president who will protect your Social Security and my mama's Social Security. We need Donald Trump. We need a president today who will stop the crime and recklessness in the streets. We need a president who will restore law and order. We need Donald Trump. Oh!
Everyone said earning an MBA would complicate my busy life, but
we need a president who will lower our taxes and not raise our taxes. We need a president like Donald Trump. We need a president who understands the American people are sick and tired.
Another week, another piece of good news from Jamal. Another
they
excuse
did
to
the
pop
mystery
open
on
a
there.
magnum of champagne
Donald Trump.
and raise a toast to the picture of you I keep above my hot tub. That is how close we are, my friend. It's so close. It's like, you know, we came up together from the same streets. No diggity. Keep it real out there, baby.
President who doesn't see black or white. We see a president who sees Americans as one American family. We need. And that's why I came to the
Hey, what's up?
state of New Hampshire
Yep, sure.
to endorse the next president of these United States. President Donald Trump.
Is that what scares you? Left-wing media? Speeches like that? Yeah. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Let's jump in.
Nothing is more horrifying and enraging to the left than an African American who they can't control. It's why they hate Clarence Thomas, yet love Claudine Gay. Because he refuses to be their race puppet, but she plays right along. They use any excuse to lacerate Justice Thomas, but they've been over backwards for years to downplay and even hide her academic corruption. Thus, no one should be surprised that South Carolina Senator Tim Scott would become a target when he endorsed Trump.
My God, who is Tim Scott? Who is Tim Scott?
Yeah, that's
The guy that Nikki Haley appointed to the Senate. He's supporting a guy right now. He's easily the most racist president in our lifetime.
I don't know.
Who is Tim Scott, the guy that was appointed? Well, according to that, standing by that logic, a lot of these folks that Joe Biden has hired or is trying to hire, we can talk about their qualifications too. Shall I go down the list? I've even touched on a couple of those hearings where they've been interviewed. Didn't look too good. Biden is trying to hire some people of color, right? That have never even done the job that they're getting hired for. But Tim Scott is all of a sudden a problem now? What were y'all? I got it. Black is right when black agrees with Democrat talking points and Democrat logic. Black is wrong when we say no. We don't care what you think or what you say. We think for ourselves. See how this goes?
Yep.
Left-wing Democrats are the most racist people that walk amongst us. They always try to point the finger at everybody else, when actually it's them. They're the racist. It's facts.
President in our lifetime.
I don't know how he sleeps at night. I don't know how he faces his friends and family. I don't
You don't know
how he faces his friends and family.
You don't know how he faces his friend. What are you saying? What? Because he's black, he's supposed to just yes, master.
Yep.
Yes, master. Like that's what he's supposed to say.
Tobin ain't doing what you say do, man.
See, the Democrats, they reveal themselves. We know exactly who they are now. They're the terrible people.
I don't know, but he came to face the Ingram angle. I don't even know South Carolina Senator Tim Scott. Senator, were you expecting this kind of treatment?
I was not, but here's what I do.
Oh, I was expecting it.
I expect the left to lose their minds because Donald Trump did more for minorities than Joe Biden will ever do. Think about the fact that Donald Trump put more money into sourcing black colleges and universities than any other president.
How about wages and small businesses among African Americans?
The bottom 20% wage growth was higher than the top 20%. The lowest unemployment rate in the history of the country came first under Donald Trump. You think about rare blood diseases like sickle cell anemia. Who helped champion that cause with me? Donald Trump. Think about the greatest anti-poverty program in the history of the country. Opportunity zones.
It's a good economy. That helps African Americans.
Guess what? He has white people and black people and brown people, and he liked everybody.
But they're going really personal on you, and I'm used to it because of what they've done to Justice Thomas, who's been my friend for 40 years, and it's so disgusting, it's so predictable, and it's so lame. They're out of ammunition, they're out of ideas, so it's you have to agree with them, or you hear it, you're an Uncle Tom. That's what they say.
The most bigoted comments I hear today come from the liberals. The racists that we should just turn our focus towards are teachers' unions who trap poor black kids in cities like Chicago out of their greatest future because they refuse to let them go to good schools. I can't imagine why the Democrats have not just said, "Dear people, I'm sorry, we resign, love DNC." Truly, that's the best thing they could do for the nation. And frankly, I'm looking forward to bringing this race for Donald Trump to be our next president to my home state of South Carolina so the race can be over and we can focus on firing.
Was it uncomfortable up there, like with Nikki as your buddy? I mean, if these things get uncomfortable, you're sitting up there and he's pretty tough on her all the time. I mean, it was pretty tough. The dress on. I probably wouldn't have recommended that he go up for the dress, but man, that's Trump. He's gonna be But was it comfortable for you because of your friendship with her?
Listen, she served our state well as a conservative governor. She has decided to be a moderate Republican presidential
She
candidate.
says she's not a globalist.
Well, I can tell you one thing. When you're not willing to say unequivocally, I will protect Social Security for every single senior citizen on it today.
They say it's just the 20-year-olds. It's just the 20-year-olds that are going to have an adjustment with the age.
You can't go. Watch the plan. Watch the plan. When you think about the fact that we don't spend enough money on our border, and yet we're going to talk about whether it's Ukraine or Israel, which I support both, I can tell you this. If we don't have accountability, you can't spend money in Ukraine. You have to protect America's border. The greatest invasion in American history has come across our southern border.
Is this a border deal done in the Senate? McConnell, we're reporting from Jake. Speaking of things that are over, reporting from Jake Sherman late today, that McConnell is told a closed meeting of Senate Republicans, maybe you were there, that the politics of the border has flipped for Republicans and cast doubt on linking Ukraine and the border.
Well, we know two things. Number one, it's dead on arrival. Number two, the Democrats prefer the issue than any solution. Never forget that on any issue impacting marginal people, they go with problem, not with solution.
McConnell's going to have to come back to Trump, right? I mean, he said Trump's the nominee. So he basically said Trump's the nominee.
The entire party should coalesce around Donald Trump today, not tomorrow, today. So we're only talking about Joe Biden and his 4 years versus Donald Trump and his 4 years. And we win because the American people win.
Facts. The whole race between him and Nikki, I mean, it's ridiculous that it's still going on, but it says everything you need to know about Nikki Haley. Even if she tries to come back in 28, we should not forget about what she has done this time around. Nikki Haley's political career should be effectively over. Done. Cooked. Over. Right? Because we see what's happening here. Trying to garner support from Democrats in the benefits, right? That put that one in air quotations. And trying to waste, Trump's funds and money and time, right, and resources and everything else. Like this race is over. This race is over. She's won like 2 counties. 2. The last time I checked.
And she wasting money right now.
Win like the county in Iowa by like 1 vote. What?
She wasting money.
It's like, come on, yo. She's got like a 20% approval rating amongst Republicans.
Yep.
While Donald Trump is sitting at like 78. Goodness gracious. But, I'm happy that Democrats are exposing who they really are. You heard it right there from Tim himself. They are the hateful individuals.
Yep.
It's all about people of color, black folks. As long as we agree with Democrats, as long as we agree with what they have to say, as long as we go along with the agenda that they want to push. The moment that we don't, we are ungee. I don't know how you could go back to, I don't know how, what did she say? I don't know how you could go back to his family or his friends. What is that supposed to mean? The same way you go back to your family and your friends. What type of stupid, almost cursed. What type of